Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm giving you a step-by-step look at how I bring my paintings to life on canvas boards. If you're new here, make sure you check out my previous videos where I break down my go-to art supplies and painting process. There you'll find more helpful tips on how to create with acrylic paint. Now let's jump right into it. I like to start by creating an undertone using a watered down version of my base color, which is raw sienna. This step is totally optional, but I love how it gives the skin a nice space from the start. I just mix a little paint with water to get this soft translucent effect. Once that's dry, I move on to my first layer, still using raw sienna, but this time at full strength. And I like to work with medium angled brushes to start laying down my paint. The key here is to continue filling in her face with the base color, and the details will come much later. I like to focus on building up the first few layers, and then I bring in burnt sienna to add in deeper tones. Since this is only the first few layers, you'll notice the skin still looks a bit transparent. But don't worry, this is just a part of the process. I just keep layering my paint until I get the nice smooth blend that I like. It's really about trusting the process, enjoying each layer, and letting yourself really have fun with it. Even when it looks a bit messy at first, that's just a part of your vision coming together. And as you keep building up those layers, you'll see the skin really start to take its shape. When blending between two colors like raw sienna and burnt sienna, I always like to keep my brushes slightly damp. This helps with blending the colors into each other much more smoother. And as I move down to fill in the rest of her body, I continue that same layering process. Once the skin is built up, it's time to add in her features. Using a small round brush, I like to fill in the darkest tones on her face, which usually are her eyebrows, eyes, and lips. And the more details you add, the more realistic your portrait becomes. Now, I've been experimenting through the years with adding in different features to my portraits. I love doing my own makeup and was inspired to start adding this into my own paintings. I think this gives them a much more real and unique look. Once all of my features are filled in and defined, it's onto the hair. I'm using burnt umber as my base color, and once that's in place, I'll go back in with highlights to give it a bit more depth and movement. And the final touch is to add the background of your choice. I filled mine in with a shade of pink and also added a pattern. And that's really how I build up most of my paintings from start to finish. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And make sure you tune in to see what I create next.